Hi everyone, this is Shreen Purwal and this is a different video. So just a disclaimer that I know a lot of you buyers out there are used to getting information on the real estate market. This is something different. I get a lot of buyers who are asking me to become real estate agents, or people want to sell and they're like, I want to be an agent so I can sell my home. What I've learned is I want to just help with information. So if you want to learn how to be an agent, no problem. I'll share that with you. And actually, I'm doing a video today about empowering you to learn more about real estate and go become a real estate agent as well. And if I can help you on that front, I'll do that by all means. And one of them will be through this video. So I wrote the exam around 10 years ago, so I don't have the latest and greatest information on how to become a realtor. So what I did was I brought the wonderful Justin, who's doing really good, and we're going to interview him shortly to ask him what he went through to get his license, and he's got the latest and greatest details on that as he got it recently. Awesome. So here's the wonderful, yay! Here's the wonderful Justin, and okay, so walk us through. What are the steps? So I want to write my real estate course. Where do I start?
First thing you have to do is register with the UBC Sauder School of Business and apply for the real estate trading services licensing course.
Okay, cool. All right, and you know, if this is all on Google, right? Everything's online too, right?
You can just Google it. It'll take you right to the webpage. It's very helpful. It's well laid out.
Okay, so now let's talk about the course. So are there other options available besides UBC course? I get that question a lot.
Everybody has to do the UBC course, but to my knowledge, there are some supplemental courses that you can sort of use as like a tutoring program to help build a little bit more structure as you go through. Okay,
cool. And then the other course, so I've heard of people taking like crash courses that they're like 6 weeks, well, I don't know how many weeks, but it's an intense program, versus the UBC is more of a study. Like, explain to us how the UBC course.
UBC is very self-paced. I believe you have 2 years to complete the entire program from start to finish.
Oh wow, 2 years.
2 years, but the fastest you can do it is in 10 weeks if you do all your assignments.
And that's what those crash courses do. So they actually all they do is focus on you. You do so many hours a day, and they help you in those weeks to like just get it out of the way and get it done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I know someone else, but he couldn't unfortunately help us out with a video. But he started, I believe, a few months ago, and he wrote the exam. He just passed. Like, so he did it through the crash courses and UBC combined. He did both.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about the course a bit more. So if you focus, tell us how you did it. Like, you were really disciplined. You did really well. Like,
yeah, you got to really put the time in. There's a number of assignments you have to do every week. So it's 2 assignments a week if you want to get through it quickly.
Okay.
All the assignments are just multiple choice answer questions, and they help you get ready for your exam, essentially.
So do you see some of those questions on the exam?
A few of them. The wording's a little bit different, but like the topics are quite similar to the ones that you practice when you're going through the course.
And another, like, okay, you know, because exams give us all anxiety.
Very much.
Right? Very much so. Is because it's multiple choice. Would you say it's easier? Because when I wrote it, I didn't think it was that much easier, but what do you think?
I found the math portion really easy.
Okay.
You do a lot of mortgage math on it, so a lot of amortizations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sort of solving for whichever problem you're trying to solve. But I found the math really easy, but that's the smallest portion of the test. The test itself is like mostly law, so it's really, really important that you go through your textbook and know the topics.
Know your topics, because they'll word it differently, or they'll, you know, they'll trick you with the making 2 similar answers and you don't know which one's the best one.
I found that was one of the cases of the exam. Like, you'd have 4 answers, multiple choice, and 2 of them looked really good and 2 of them are pretty obviously wrong. So you got to be really, really careful with
those tricky ones.
With the tricky ones.
Okay, I do. So things haven't changed much. That's what I remember being like, they're both right. Okay, so that's really helpful. What other points could we talk about as far as the exam and course? Okay, so you did your assignments, you did the course, and did you have a tutor, like if you had questions?
I just reached out to people in my circle. Like I knew Shireen. If I had problems with any topics, I would just reach out to my peers who have gone through the program. And
Okay, cool.
I found that really helpful. If there's anything in the textbook, for example, that I didn't understand.
Okay, cool. And then, all right. So you talked about the assignments and whatnot. Okay, booking the exam. So you finished all your assignments. Do they give you like, okay, now you're ready to write the exam?
Yeah, you get a little notification saying you're ready to write the exam, and then you can book it. There's 2 ways you can do it. There's an online, which you have to go to UBC to write, which I recommend doing because you'll get your results the next day.
Okay, so this hasn't changed. Wait, I want to say that because I spoke to one agent recently, funny enough, and he was saying that I can't write the exam till like another 2 months. I was like, are you sure? They give you an opportunity to write the exam daily because it's basically a computer-based room, and you go to Vancouver and write it anytime at that computer lab.
That's right.
You can do a paper test.
You can do a paper test, but it's like 1 per season in your local area.
So I was like, don't do that. Go to the Vancouver and just get it done as soon as you're ready, because you just want to get it over and done once, right? I don't know about you, but
exactly. I just want to get it done. Like even waiting for the 24 hours to find my results, like I'm sitting at home super nervous. Like, did I do it? Did I do it?
Yeah, and you did it. Good job on first go. Okay, so guys, just so you know, not everyone passes, but it's okay. I know people who failed, and you just rewrite it and you pass eventually. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be scared. Take on the challenge. What other tips could you say about? Okay, so those who are like asking about failing. So what's like? I'm sure you found out, even though you passed.
Yeah, you get a second chance if you fail. I think you have to wait for a period of 90 days, which isn't the worst thing in the world because it gives you more time to go back over everything that you've already learned.
Right.
But I do believe it's 90 days after your first attempt if you fail.
Okay, so 90 days after that. And is there like a limit of how many times you can do every 90 days rewrite?
No, I think you only get 1 chance. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if you go to the UBC website, it's got the full breakdown, so you'll be able to see that. Okay,
so the UBC website will have more details on that. And then, okay, so now you've passed the exam. What are the next steps there?
Next steps would be choosing a brokerage to work for.
No, the practicum.
Oh, the practicum. Yeah, you're going to have to apply for the applied practice course through BCFSA now, so British Columbia Financial Services Authority. And there's 4 components. You will get your license after you complete the second component.
Okay, cool. All right, so you get your... All right, and then you mentioned that so another thing I've heard is a lot of people are waiting months after they've passed the exam to write the practicum, and you cannot sell real estate till you get that practicum license. So you wrote the exam, and now you're waiting 2 months to get to the practicum part of it.
Yeah, there's a big waiting process for sure. Mine was just about 3 months. I had to wait 3 months after my exam to get into my applied practice course, and then even after I completed component 2, they suggest be prepared to wait 21 business days before you actually get your license. I got mine in 5 or 6, but that's because I applied quite early.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you applied before you did your practicum?
I applied for my license like while I was in the process of starting the waiting for the practicum. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you were ahead of the game. And okay, so you did the practicum. There were 2 components, and after component number 2, you said is when you were able to get licensed.
Yes.
Component 3 was where you do
That's all your practical field assignments. You have to do 6 field assignments.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm losing you on this. Where are you going? Where are you going? Sorry about that.
It's steering right.
Okay, cool. You see, unedited video, okay? We want to give you the real deal of what our knowledge is on this topic. So the other thing, okay, so the criminal record check part. So one thing I heard from one person who was looking to write the practicum was that he was saying, oh, I can't get licensed till I'm done the field work. And I'm like, no. After component 2,
you get a temporary license.
You get a temporary license until you complete the fieldwork practicum part, right?
Yes.
And that temporary license, that's when you can start immediately to get yourself up and running. And that's what you did.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what you did to be ahead of the game is you sent your criminal record check. You did it a month because the wait times were so long. You did it a month before you knew your practicum date, right?
Yeah, roughly.
roughly?
Yeah, I did it early. Your criminal record check is good for 90 days.
Okay.
So I suggest getting that done like pretty close to the time that you're going to be starting your practicum.
Okay, cool. All right, so your criminal record check's done, practicum's done, you're good to go, and you're joining a brokerage. Now, I know we said we were gonna make this a separate video, and we could dedicate a video to this, but just to quickly touch on this topic here is you went and interviewed several brokerages, right?
Correct, yep.
And well-known brands, like well-known names, right? And you came to EXP, as did I. I was with another brokerage too, which is the fastest growing real estate brokerage in the world right now. And what are some great things that you love about this brokerage? And I mean, like, this is real. I didn't tell them to script this or anything. Like, what do you feel you can add value for clients?
The things I've been most appreciative of so far have been all the online training. So there's 50 hours a week of online training, and I suggest when you're new, if you get into this business, just be a sponge. You got to learn so much, and it's been really helpful.
Yeah.
You can do it all in your own time. Excellent. Which is super helpful.
Yeah, no, it's important to have the knowledge and also the support. So we have some of the best, and you know, when you deal with complicated files with, you know, easements or legal or technical real estate, you don't want an agent who's like, I think we should put this. No, there's no I thinking with law. It's by the book. So we have amazing team that you can just call up and be like, this is what I'm dealing with, what should I do? And they tell you exactly what to put on the contract, like our managing broker, who's awesome. And we have a few of them. So another beauty with our brokerage is it's one throughout the world. So let's say our client's moving to Mexico, Toronto, South Africa. We literally connect them with an affiliate agent there in their area that they're going to. Whereas these other brokerages are franchise owned, they're individually owned. They're not one throughout the world, which is another.
Yeah, it just adds another level of service you can provide to your clients.
Right, excellent. Is there anything else, Justin?
No, I hope I've been helpful.
Yeah, and how are you finding it so far?
Oh, I love it. It's good. Lots to learn, but it's exciting.
Okay, this is fun times as I figure out this gimbal of mine. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm excited to have you, and if I can help you, well, we've been working awesome together, but help you guys out there, and Justin's here to support you as well with the exam. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Email will be below in the YouTube video. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.